I guess there's a first time for everything, isn't there? Hello everyone, and welcome to the first episode/pilot of Through the Ages, the show where we talk about a certain topic, whether it be a video game or a website, and we look through its entire lifespan and pick out certain eras, certain key moments that happened to our topic to lead it up all the way to where it is today. And of course, to celebrate today being the first wave of the closed beta launch of a certain website, today, I'm going to take you through the ages of VidbitFuture. To truly understand the main reason of why VidbitFuture is as popular as it is right now, or even the main reason why it even was created in the first place, we have to go back, way back, to when the original Vidbit launched on March 29th, 2016. In case you're unfamiliar with what the original Vidbit was, it was basically just a small alternative video sharing website that at its peak had about 1,000 users and was really starting to gain traction only in its first few months of actually being up. People loved Vidbit, not just for the fact that it had the classic YouTube layout and even channel layout, but for the fact that it not only had such a strong community, but also had non-abusive moderators, non-abusive copyright systems. Essentially, to put it short, there was no bullcrap to deal with. For a lot of video creators, Vidbit re-inspired them, and Vidbit made it fun again to make videos. Sure, it had its drawbacks and limitations, but ultimately in the end, people had a blast with Vidbit, and they absolutely loved it. But me going through the ages of the original Vidbit is another video entirely. Long story short, because of a couple DDoS threats on his hands, because of a possible lawsuit on his hands, and because the owner simply got burned out of managing the entire community by himself, the original Vidbit officially shut down on October 25th, 2016. After the initial shutdown, since a lot of people didn't have Vidbit anymore, and since pretty much most of the community didn't want to go back to YouTube, and there was just simply no other good alternatives, the community was just kind of split and nobody really knew where to go. What initially started out as a joke between a few friends on the original Vidbit ultimately in the end became a huge reality. In the midst of the shutdown and people not really knowing where to go, on October 28th, 2016, the VidbitFuture Twitter account was officially created with 3 posts. One simple tweet saying February 19th, #VBF and #TheFutureIsSoon, and 2 trailers. That officially was the start of VidbitFuture. Now with the whole background of why it's here and why it even started, now it's finally time for me to take you through the ages of VidbitFuture. October is what I'd like to call the beginning stages of VidbitFuture. This was a really short era and there's not really much to talk about with it. All that really happened in this era though was that 2 videos of course were posted, those 2 videos being the teaser videos, and them following quite a few accounts actually, most of them who were on the original Vidbit, to try and gain some traction and see if one of them would notice and make a video on it. And that's really it. That's really the beginning stages of VidbitFuture. Nothing much really happened in November. Things were still going the way they initially were the whole time, until one thing changed. And this surprisingly is the part, and really the only part of this kind of whole series that doesn't even have to be researched for me to already know full and well what happened. Basically, I would say about the 21st or 22nd of November, I was looking through pretty much my Twitter feed to see what was going on, and I saw that I got followed by the VidbitFuture account, and I took one look on there, and it seemed interesting to say the least. You gotta remember, at this time, all they had was a few posts, a few tweets, and 2 Twitter videos. There wasn't really much to base off of, so I didn't know whether to trust them or not trust them, so I basically took the whole thing with a grain of salt and kinda stayed skeptical about the whole thing. But after seeing those 2 trailer videos, I got kind of excited for what this project could ultimately be, knowing the date that they had and knowing what those 2 trailers said. I got excited, and on the 24th of November 2016 is when I uploaded my video asking this simple question of, is Vidbit coming back? And while it may not seem like much compared to the rest of YouTube, in this little bubble, in this little community, that video blew up. And this started to get the ball rolling a little bit for the entire project. And that leads us right into December, which is what I would like to call the sort of explosion era. And during this era, this is where things are going to get complicated. A lot of things happen during that era, not only in the forefront of things, but also in the background that really get kind of confusing. In terms of news for what happened to VidbitFuture during December, I already covered a lot about that in certain videos that I made, like with modern and classic layout leaks coming out. Just really a lot of stuff that happened during that time I already covered, a lot of stuff that was in the main forefront. In the background is what a lot of people didn't get to see. Get ready to wrap your head around this one because it's confusing, and it all happened in the span of 1 month. Basically, the story goes, when the Twitter account was initially created, it was created by two people, JP and Am. And somewhere either in November or December, Am left the VidbitFuture project to help out and work for Apple Video. But while this was going on, a sort of unknown staff member from the original Vidbit joined onto the VidbitFuture team. This member later was spotted and pointed out to be fake, kinda. I don't know why I said spotted, but basically this guy was not on the VidbitFuture team at all, or really not even on the original Vidbit team. He was just pretending the whole time, and really he didn't really know how to do anything. This is going off of what I've heard at least. So during December, he was fired, Am left Apple Video, and joined back onto the VidbitFuture team. Really, that whole thing would be less confusing had it not all happened in the span of a month. And carrying from December to January is what I would like to call the development era. While development had gone on since November, this was where development absolutely went into full swing. From the late half of December all the way through January, pretty much 24/7, Am was developing VidbitFuture. Am and JP really hardly took breaks from developing VidbitFuture. Of course, they would have, their standard lunch breaks, but in terms of everything, they wouldn't have like a weekend's break or anything from developing VidbitFuture. They were constantly developing. So much so that during December and kind of in January, they had pretty much found some office space they could develop VidbitFuture from, and now VidbitFuture has their own offices. They pretty much wanted to show that they were absolutely fully committed to VidbitFuture, and that they were going to get this site out as quickly as possible. And they didn't just want to get a half-finished site out for its official release, they wanted to get a fully functioning, high-quality site out for its official closed beta release. And that's the main reason why no news, pretty much no forefront news, came out on VidbitFuture during January, because they just simply didn't have any time to leak anything. They were just constantly developing. And all that leads us to where we are right now, the release era. After all the weeks of developing, after sort of the drama and controversy because of the fake staff member, and even after JP resigning and it going to just Am and Red Exec and Omni Digital working on this thing, we are finally right here. VidbitFuture may not be perfect, nor is it really even out yet, but it is finally here. After all the drama, after all the controversy, after all of the skepticism and the criticism, it is finally right here. And because I've recorded this entire video before VidbitFuture closed beta has even come out yet, I just want to wish the entire VidbitFuture team the best of luck with not only how the closed beta goes, but how the full public release goes. And there you have it. We've officially gone through the ages of VidbitFuture. We've looked at every key moment and every key era that's led this website right up to where it is today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like down below, and if you didn't like this video, please give it a dislike below. Every rating helps me know just how much you guys truly like this series. And if you have a suggestion for what I should go through next, please feel free to leave it in a comment down below. And if you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button down below. Every subscriber helps. But that's it. That's pretty much it from me. I'm CraftingLord21, and I'll see you guys in the next video.